everyone. Today we're going to focus on the Bikram floor series. We already did a session on the standing series of Bikram, which was great. So Bikram Chaudhary, and everyone knows that he invented this series of exercises which really focus on strength. And in addition to strength, I feel this is the only system in yoga that actually focuses on working all the internal organs in the body. So any other form of workout is cardio and strength and muscle and whatnot. But with Bikram, he actually studied with his guru, um, what's his name, some Ghosh. And he had come, his guru Ghosh had come up with 84 core postures of the Hatha series. But Bikram studied with him to derive the 26 most important of those 84. So those 26 is what we practice in his series, which are really good because they target the circulatory system, the immune system, the nervous system, the respiratory system, the digestive system, as well as the memory and the brain. So a lot of the flow series are going to focus on, of course, strengthening the spine, but also on the digestive system, the nervous system, and the circulatory system, and the reproductive system. So I'm going to try and call out the advantages of each pose as we go through it. And the focus of this session is to set up the pose correctly, because when we are performing a vinyasa session, that we actually go through those poses really quick but don't take the time to set them up. But today we're going to set up all those poses and then talk about the advantages of each one of them. So we're going to start with Shavasana. This is the 13th asana in the series, but like I said, we've already covered the first 12. So we'll start on our back in Shavasana, and in this form of practice, your head is always to the top of your mat. So lie on your mat with your head to the top of your mat. And the reason for this is that in this tradition, you don't disrespect the teacher. So the teacher who's teaching this practice standing at the top of the room, and your feet are away from your teacher towards the back of the room. So start in Shavasana. And by this point, you've already gone through those rigorous 12 postures, and what you're trying to do is calm your system down and re-stabilize the blood pressure in your body. So you actually take a minute in Shavasana. Keep your eyes open and focus on one point in the ceiling. This is an active pose. So focus on your breathing, allowing your mind to come into a calm and meditative state, yet focusing on one point on the ceiling. And then bring your awareness back to your body. We'll start with wind removing pose, PAVANAMUKTASANA. So ground your left leg and flex your left foot. When you flex your left foot, point your left toes towards your face, and what that's going to do is really start to lengthen your entire left leg and engage every muscle in your left leg. Bend your right knee, pull your knee in close to your shoulders, close to your ribs. Make a strong grip with your hands and grasp underneath your right knee. Pull your right knee in close to your shoulders, away from your ribs, closer to your armpit, and use the strength of your forearms. So this is wind removing pose, really helps with the digestive system. Also massages your small and your big intestine, one on each side. And at the same time, you're creating strength in your upper arm. So you're pulling and massaging, holding it there. You can relax your right foot, but keep your left foot flexed. Stay here for a few breaths. And release. Extend your right leg forward. Pull your left leg in close to your chest. Interlace your fingers and grab underneath your knee. Relax your left foot. Flex your right foot, engaging all the muscles of your right leg. And then use your arms to pull your leg closer, away from your rib, close to your left armpit. Press close into your chest, massaging your intestines. working your digestive system. Make it an active pose. One more breath in and out and release. Bend both knees and pull them both into your chest and grab your elbows underneath your knees, just over your shins. And then lie back flat on your mat, tuck your chin into your chest and press both your thighs into your chest. Relax your feet. Make it an active pose, pressing deep in. Breathe in and out and release. Extend your legs straight out and take a quick Shavasana. So in this series, we take a Shavasana in between each pose of the flow series. The reason being that we allow the body to reset and let fresh oxygenated blood flow to all the parts of the body that you just worked. And now flex your feet, lift your arms above your head. We're going to set up for an energizing sit-up. Inhale, and as you exhale, sit up with a strong sit-up, reach for your toes, and then flip onto your belly, facing the top of your mat. So once you're on your belly, we're going to set up for Cobra pose. Bring your palms flat onto the mat, just below your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows into your ribs. The top of your feet are flat on the mat. Squeeze your heels together, squeeze your knees together, inner thighs together, squeeze your glutes, look forward, inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lift up, look up. So you're creating length in your spine. Use the strength of your lower back to keep you lifted. This pose, Cobra pose, or Bhujangasana is really good for your back as well as your digestive system. Strengthens the lower back. One more inhale, look up, and as you exhale, lower very slowly and look towards the right. Place your entire left ear on the mat. Release your palms. Your arms are beside you and palms face up. Look forward. We'll set up for Locust pose. So there are 3 steps to this pose. You look forward. For the very first step, you're going to flip your palms down and then roll them underneath your body. So make sure your pinky fingers touch or overlap. Bring your palms as close as possible to each other underneath your thighs. Press your thighs onto your palms, onto your wrists. Keep your chin on the mat so your neck is flat out. Relax your left leg. Inhale, lift your right leg up, point your toes, engage your leg muscles. This is SALABHASANA. When you lift your leg like this, you're actually improving the circulation in your leg. It prevents varicose veins. And then when you're pressing your body down onto your hands, you're preventing repetitive strain injuries, carpal tunnel. Inhale and lower. We do the other side. Relax your right leg. Point your left toes. Lift your left leg up. Keep it lifted. Keep it engaged. Perform the work of the lift. So keep lifting, 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 lifting. Again, improving the circulation in your leg. And slowly lower. For this variation of Locust pose, SALABHASANA, you're going to look down. So your lips are kissing your mat. And then you're going to shift your weight forward onto your hands, your thighs, and you're going to lift both your legs up. No bend in the knee. Keep lifting. Lift until you feel a really deep pressure on your palms, on your wrists. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Lower very slowly. Release your hands. Turn and look towards the left. Your entire right ear is on the mat. So again, we're going to take a few breaths of rest, allowing that pure oxygenated blood to flow to your wrists, to your hands, to perform its healing action. Look forward. We're setting up for Dhanurasana or bow pose. Bend both knees. Grab your feet from the outside. So we do this pose very often in Vinyasa flow, but I want you to set it up correctly. Bring both your knees close together. The knees are going to tend to flare out, but before you lift, focus on bringing your knees together. Take an inhale and start to kick your legs into your hands. So the motion and the lift comes from the kick from your legs into your hands. So keep kicking, kicking, kicking. Look up, lift up. You're working your lower back and improving your digestive system. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Lower very slowly. Let go of your hands and look towards the right. Find complete rest. All right, give yourself a mini push-up. Walk your feet forward. And we're going to set up for fixed form pose. So this is a pretty intense pose. Take it one step at a time. Really listen to your body. Don't push yourself too much. So you're going to sit with your knees together. The top of your shins are flat on the mat. And then walk your heels apart slowly. And see if you can place your hips onto the mat in between your heels. And if this is too much and you start to feel a strain in your knees, stay right here. You can also always elevate your hips and sit on a block. And just stay there. This is great because you're working and adding mobility and flexibility to your knees and to your hip joints. So you can stay right here. If you're okay sitting in between your legs and you want to take it a step further, bring your palms onto your feet and then slowly walk your elbows down onto the mat. You can stay here and again, all of these are great postures to stay at. They really work all the joints. You want to take it further, slowly walk your hands in closer to your feet, bring the top of your head to the mat. Walk your arms away and lower your entire back onto the mat. And for the final pose, lift your arms above your head and grab your elbows. Stay here for a few breaths or wherever you are. This posture is great for the immune system. It really builds immunities in your body. And of course, definitely builds in muscular strength and mobility of all the joints. Take one more breath in and out. And we'll come up slowly, just the way we went in. So release your elbows, grab the bottom of your feet, use your elbows to prop yourself up, and then walk your knees in. Turn around and lie flat on your back in Shavasana. Letting your body integrate that work you just put in. We'll continue with an energizing setup. Flex your feet, the toes point with your face. Inhale your hands up. Exhale out through the mouth. Big sound. Reach for your toes. And then flip on and come on to your knees in the middle of your mat. I'm going to set up for tortoise pose. Inhale your hands up. Bring your palms together in prayer. Interlace your thumbs. And this pose is really good for the memory because the blood is going to rush to your brain, and it's good for just keeping yourself mentally calm. So inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, fold forward with a straight spine. Keep your elbows tight and intact and lower all the way down till the pinky fingers come onto the mat, and just stay on the knife edge of your pinky fingers. Elbows are engaged, no bend, and then lower your forehead to the mat. Once you put your forehead on your mat, find length in your spine and shift your hips close to your heels. So this is an easy pose, which also means a great opportunity to set it up correctly. Pinky edge of your fingers are on the mat, no bend in your elbows, lengthen your spine and hips towards your heels, causing the blood to rush to your brain. This improves your mental capacity. Deep breaths. Inhale, slowly come up, keeping your biceps close to your ears. Exhale, your hands down by your side. Turn around and lie on your mat in Shavasana. Set up for another energizing sit-up. Flex your feet and have your hands back. Inhale. Big exhale, lift up, reach for your toes, and then turn around. Come onto your knees. This time we'll set up for camel pose. So I'm going to give you variations for camel because camel is another intense pose. It is actually the deepest back bend pose in the entire yoga series. You really compress your spine in this one, which is great. So I'm going to give you 3 options and you can stay at each one. And if you are comfortable, you can go for the full expression. So for this first one, you come up high on your toes. Bring your hands just underneath your ribs. Your thumbs are behind you and your fingers face forward. Inhale, use your hands to lift your ribs up. So you should actually be lifting, pressing against your skin, lifting your ribs up. And then look up. Open your heart up, so keeping your chest lifted, just drop your head back and pull your elbows in close together. So this is option 1, you can stay here. If you want to go a little bit further, then let go of your hands, keep that lift in your chest, walk your hands down your thighs and stay here. This is option 2. If you want to go a little bit further, walk your hands further down, reach for your ankles, and once you have it, lift your chest high, look back. Slowly come out by reversing 1 step at a time. Bring your hands back onto your ribs, sit your hips back onto your heels, turn around and lie on your back. So that was a really deep compression of your spine. Take it 1 step at a time, but keep your chest lifted, opening your heart up, widening your rib cage. So the camel pose is really good for the circulatory system. And of course, this has its advantages for your back and your spine. We'll be here for 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Flex your feet, setting up for an energizing sit-up. Inhale your hands up. Inhale again. Exhale, sit up. Turn around and face the top of your mat. So the next pose is rabbit pose. The rabbit pose is really good for your nervous system, and it also creates space between each vertebra of your spine. I actually really like it. It's one of my favorite poses. So you're going to inhale, your hands up. Oh, actually, sorry. For rabbit, you're actually going to you're going to sit with the top of your shins on the mat, your hips on your heels, and then you're going to grab your heels from the outside. And for this one, this actually works your thyroid as well. So you're going to tuck your chin in. And for the whole duration of the pose, you're going to keep your chin tucked in. Your chin will come out last. So you're going to inhale, tuck your chin in, start to round your shoulders, pull your belly in, and then slowly lower your head down onto the mat, the crown of your head. And when the crown of your head comes down onto the mat, find a tight grip with your hands onto your heels, and then inhale your hips up. So you're grabbing your heels using your arms, your hips are high, and this deep rounding of the spine creates space between each vertebra of your spine. This improves your nervous system. Stay here for a few breaths. So if you'll notice in this series, Bikram, he alternates deep back bends with deep forward folds. So the previous back bend was a strong compression with Camel, and this one is a deep forward fold with rabbit. One more breath in and out. Slowly release, bring your hips down to your heels, keep your chin tucked into your chest. Roll all the way up. You're still massaging your thyroid gland. And then inhale, lift your head up, and exhale, lie down on your back. We have two more poses in the flow series. And these two are the cool down poses. They focus more on strengthening and stretching and resetting the spine. It's really a really beautiful, well thought out series. Get ready for the sit up. Flex your feet. Inhale your hands up. Exhale here. Inhale and exhale. Energizing sit up, lift up, touch your toes. So for this next one, I'm going to face you, but typically you face the front of the mat. So we're going to set up for JANUSHIRASANA, which is the forward fold. Bend your left knee and pull your left heel in close to your right inner thigh. Extend your right leg 45 degrees to your body and flex your foot. Don't keep it hanging. That if you keep it hanging and you're not keeping it engaged, it means none of your muscles are working. It's really lame. You're doing nothing. So the first thing you want to do is flex your right foot, so you're engaging all the muscles in your right leg. This is really good for a hamstring stretch. If you're not able to bring your knee flat on the mat, it's okay. If your knees lifted, that's fine. Still focus on keeping your toes flexed towards your face. And if you're able to, you can extend your leg down, push your heel out, toe in. And if you even want to modify it for yourself, what you can do is place your hands underneath your thighs and really work on pressing your thighs into your hand, your thigh into your hand. For the complete expression, inhale your hands up and then turn and look towards your right toes. And once you have that angle, then start to reach forward with a flat back. And when you can go no further, then reach forward. See if you can grab your toes. If you can't grab your toes perfectly, okay. You can grab anywhere on your thigh. You can grab anywhere on your shin, your ankle. But keep reaching, keep grabbing, keeping your foot flexed. So you should feel a really strong stretch along the left side of your body. And then slowly start to tuck your chin into your chest. Like I said before, this is one of the poses of the cool down series. You're resetting your spine. One more breath in and out. And slowly come up. Extend your left leg out. Pull your right foot into your left inner thigh and your right knee. So again, you may have to readjust your sitting bones. Flex your left foot right off the bat. Your knee can be lifted or flat on the mat, whatever works for you. Your goal or your focus is to stretch out your hamstrings in this one. So see if you can press your thigh into the mat. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, turn and look towards the left. Another inhale, find length in your spine, and then start to fold forward. And then wherever you are, if you want to go deeper, try to find that fold from the base of your spine, so almost close to your hip bone. Once you have your grip, wherever it is, tuck your chin in and hold it here. And this one takes a while to get into. When I started, I literally, this is how far I was able to bend. I couldn't bend any further. Then I was slowly able to make my way in, and I can totally vouch that this is one pose where I've really seen progress in myself. One more breath in and out, and slowly come back up. Extend your legs forward. So what you're going to do is lie down slowly onto your back. Make sure you have space behind you, and then sit up with that energizing sit up. Once you have that sit up, I'm going to set up for a forward fold with both legs together. I'm going to scooch back so you can see my legs. My feet are flexed, which means all my leg muscles are already engaged. I'm going to inhale my hands up and forward fold. So this time it's a forward fold with both legs together. And listen to your body wherever you are. You may not be able to grab, I'm going to show you a side angle. So you may not be able to grab your toes, that's okay. You can grab your ankles, you can grab your shin, you can grab your thigh, wherever you are. Tuck your chin in. And keep doing the work of finding length in your spine. You're trying to elongate your spine here. You're here for one more breath. And then slowly come up. Hands down by your side. Turn around and lie on your back. The very last pose. Flex your feet. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, sit up. Turn and face the top of the mat, but I'm going to face you. So bend your left knee. This is spine twist. Bend your left knee. I want you to see me clearly. Bend your left knee and then place your right foot above your left knee and a little forward. And you're going to know when it's placed right if you are able to bring your right hip back down onto the mat. So I don't want you on your left hip. I want you to be sitting on both your right and your left hip. So adjust your right foot so that both your hips are on the mat. Take your right hand, place it behind your hips. So you're supporting your back but also creating length in your back. So without that support, you kind of tend to round your shoulders. But once you have that support, it's like a tripod stand. So once you have that third leg of the tripod, press your right palm down and find that lift in your spine. Then inhale your left palm up. Bend your left elbow, push your right knee away from you, and you can stay here, or if you have that flexibility in your shoulders, you can reach and grab for your right knee, and then inhale and twist, look over your right shoulder. So I want to show you what this looks like from this side. So look at my spine. You really want to find length in your spine, twist and look over your right shoulder. So what you're doing here is resetting all the vertebrae. So you twisted forward and back and all kinds. So now you're going to stack them all one on top of each other. And challenge yourself, push yourself, really look over your right shoulder. So you're actually building some mobility and flexibility in your neck. Beautiful. Change. Let's do the other side. So bend your right knee. Place your left foot over your right knee and a little bit to the front of it, and then bring both your hips down onto the mat. So your left hip is on the mat as well. Place your left palm behind your back like a tripod. And once you have that, find lift in your spine. Inhale your right hand up. Exhale, bend your right elbow. Push your right knee, left knee away. And then grab the top of your right knee. Inhale and then twist. Look over your left shoulder. With each inhale, lengthen your spine. With each exhale, turn and twist deeper. Really deep. Stay here for 2 breaths. And change. Slowly counter twist. Come lie on your back. We'll set up for the last energizing sit up. Flex your feet. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, sit up. Grab your toes. And then face forward for the pranayama. So you're going to sit in Vajrasana. Top of your shins on the mat. Heels together. Your hips are on your heels. Extend your arms straight out. No bend in your elbows. No bend in your elbows. So this, we're going to follow the Bhastrika form of pranayama. Bhastrika is really good because after having done all these 26 postures, all the toxins in your body are going to get released by this form of bellows breath. The toxins and any lactic acid that got released from your muscles during this intense practice are going to get released as well. So it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful practice. So you're going to inhale. Don't focus on the exhale. So you're going to take one deep inhale and then you're going to keep exhaling out by pumping your belly in. So just exhale, 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 exhale. So let's do that together. Take a deep inhale and exhale, go. Keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing. Belly in, contract your belly, keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Slowly release. Lie on your back for your final Shavasana. And now, this time you can close your eyes. And let your body find deep rest. Slowly open your eyes. Roll over to one side, bend your knees. And push yourself up to a seated position. Inhale your hands up. Bring your hands down to heart center. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.